Dobar dan, Danska ima 406 otoka, od čega 70 naseljenih. Jedan od njih je Bornholm, popularno ljetovalište usred Baltičkog mora. Bornholm će kroz 7 godina primjenom obnovljivih izvora energije postati neutralan što se tiče emisija stakleničkih plinova. Gradonačelnica Bornholma, ozelenjuje otok kroz zelenu javnu nabavu, tijekom koje se daje prednost lokalnoj ekološki uzgojenoj hrani za škole i umirovljeničke domove. Sreli smo je na konferenciji o pametnim otocima na otoku Krku. Miss Grosboll, where is Bornholm? How the people are living there?
Bornholm is a Danish island and is placed in the middle of the Baltic Sea. Actually, we are closer to Sweden and Germany and Poland than we are to the mainland of Denmark. So we are in the middle of the Baltic Sea between Sweden and Germany. And there is around 40,000 people living on Bornholm.
What do they do for a living mainly?
Well, we have a lot of guests. We live of tourism. We are a very popular place to go for Danes and for Scandinavians and Germans. We have a lot of sandy beaches and we have a lot of industry. We do industry for the whole world, and then we produce food, mainly farmers, and we have a dairy producing cheese. So we have a lot of jobs connected to the food production.
Why the regional municipality of Bornholm decided in 2008 that 2025 you will be a 100% sustainable CO2 neutral society?
Well, first of all, we are so lucky that we are living on one of the most beautiful place on earth. I think everyone living on the island thinks that, but Bornholm is a very beautiful place and it's very rich of nature. And we are in the middle of the sea, so I think the main interest was to protect our island, to protect the environment, and to give the island to our children as beautiful as it was when we got it. And then for the second purpose, we had to create new jobs, and we had to transform Bornholm from being an old industry island to become something new, still an industry island, but also an island which was an attractive island to live on and to investments and things like that. So it's both about protecting the island, but it's also about developing the island and create new jobs.
So the fossil lobbies did hard work, and most people are thinking that energy and social transition is very expensive. Is it really?
Yeah, well, it is expensive, but we have tried to make a transformation in cooperation with private companies, for instance, or technology and research and development institutes. So actually we have tried to make the island for a modern test laboratory to develop new technology in the green energy sector. So yes, there is a lot of investments to be done to transform an energy sector, but you can also attract new investment for the island if you use the island as a platform and a testing laboratory. So that's how we have tried to do it.
The part of this laboratory is also the project EcoGrid 2.0. Could you explain it in a few words?
Yeah, well, EcoGrid is it's a good example of how you can use, how you can develop a new technology in a public-private cooperation. EcoGrid was a project where we were big global companies like IBM and Siemens, together with the funding from the European Union, were using 2,000 private households at Bornholm to develop new technology and smart grids. And the EcoGrid 2.1 is, a new project built on the conclusion from the old project and a new way of developing these technologies. So that's a good example how you can use an island and you can use the people living on the island to develop new technology, because new technologies is very good, but at the end of the day it's a matter of the human behavior and how we use energy and how we transform our everyday behavior in the way we are using energy. So we try to combine these things, new technology and people, how people react and behave, and the demand for energy in the private households. But when you have an energy system based on renewable technologies like wind turbines or solar panels, you produce electricity when it's sunshine, or you produce energy when the wind is blowing. And then I need, as a consumer, to transform my need for energy to when the energy is produced, and that's the technology, how we combine those two things.
Why is locally grown and produced foods important for sustainable development of Bornholm?
Well, it's important in two ways again, because when you are using local grown food in the public sector at Bornholm or in the private household at Bornholm, you are protecting, you can say that you are saving the CO2. You don't have to sail or to use airplanes to get the food to Bornholm. You use it where you produce it, but also because it creates jobs. It's sustainable also in an economical way. You use the things that you produce, and you are, as a consumer, you subsidize your neighbor actually, and then that's how you get the big society to work. So it's about environment, and it's about reducing our CO2 emission, but it's also about creating job and to supply the public, the local grown products.
But you make one step forward, and you have prioritized organic food in schools, care centers and governmental kitchens. Does it mean you have got a green public procurement, special green propositions in tenders?
Yeah, we do that, and we use local produced food and ecological produced food, because we protect our environment. But that means that in our tender we have a goal for the whole municipality that 65% of our foods have to be ecological and 40% have to be local grown. So we combine those two goals. So we also try to take the public sector and the food in the schools and the elder care homes to make a demand for ecological food produced on the island. So the farmers had an initiative to produce ecological ways.
Ms. Grosboll, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.